Hello, guys. I hope everyone is fine. I'm meeting you all after a long time. Today, I have planned to explain this beautiful poem, The Village Blacksmith. Let's get into it. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. He is the poet. He wrote this poem. He is an American scholar, novelist, and poet. He was a great writer. He contributed a lot to the literary world. Some of his famous works are Voices of the Night, Evangeline, Poems on Slavery. Now, let's get into the lesson. Under a spreading chestnut tree, the village smithy stands. The smith, a mighty man is he, with large and sinewy hands, and the muscles of his brawny arms are strong as iron bands. And the explanation: the place where the smith works is under a chestnut tree. He is a strong man, his muscles are strong like iron band. He looked strong and he had strong arms and muscles with large, powerful hands. His hair is crisp and black and long. His face is like the tan. His brow is wet with honest sweat. He earns whatever he can, and looks the whole world in the face, for he owes not any man. The blacksmith has long black hair. His face has turned brown. The sweat of honesty is on his brow, and he earns through honest work. He works hard for his living. Being an honest man in his work, he doesn't have to shy away from guilt. Week in, week out, from morn till night, you can hear his bellows blow. You can hear him swing his heavy sledge with measured beat and slow, like a sexton ringing the village bell when the evening sun is low. Every day from morning till night, we could hear the loud roar. We can hear him swinging his heavy hammer, which produce a rhythm like a bell ringer ringing the village bell in the evening. And children coming home from school, looking at the open door, they love to see the flaming forge and hear the bellows roar and catch the burning sparks that fly like chaff from a threshing floor. And children who are back from school would love to see him working in the open space. They love to see his workshop. They hear the loud roar. They try to catch the burning sparks. The poet compared the spark with chaff here, which used to get separated from the grain. He goes on Sunday to the church and sits among his boys. He hears the parson pray and preach. He hears his daughter's voice singing in the village choir, and it makes his heart rejoice. The blacksmith is a religious man. He goes to church on Sundays with his daughter and son. He is happy to hear his daughter sing in the village choir. It sounds to him like her mother's voice singing in paradise. He needs must think of her once more, how in the grave she lies, and with his hard, rough hand he wipes a tear out of his eyes. His daughter's voice sounds like her mother's as she sings in the village choir. This reminds him of his wife singing in paradise. He becomes sad when he thinks of his wife resting in her grave. He sheds a tear in grief and wipes it off. Toiling, rejoicing, sorrowing, Onward through life he goes. Each morning sees some task begin, each evening sees it close. Something attempted, something done, has earned a night's repose. He faces ups and downs in his life. He works hard. He begins a new task in the morning and completes it by evening. The accomplishment of something every day makes it a good rest for the night with his mind at peace. Thanks to thee, my worthy friend, for the lesson thou hast taught, thus at the flaming forge of life. Our fortunes must be wrought, thus on its sounding anvil shaped, each burning deed and thought. The poet thanked him because he had learnt a lesson of life with its trials, toils, and difficulties. One learns to face hardship even as one pursues good deeds and thoughts. We are makers of our own fate, and each day we shape our future and life with our own efforts. He learned a lesson that hard and honest work pays. One must be persistent to achieve a goal at the end of the day or in life. Thank you, guys. I hope you got this poem.